man. Did you take in Progress's new EP? So wait a second. The EP is called Magic Slumber War or Magic Slumber Peace or something. I'll say it correctly.
The album cover is very weird.
I like the album cover. Actually, give me 2 seconds. Let's talk about it. But I want to make sure I get the album cover, the name of the album correct.
Absolutely.
But so let's talk about the album cover. Let's talk about the artwork for a moment. I'll let you jump off on that while I find the name of this album.
The artwork, I was thinking it reminded me of like something like a trance or a house music album cover from back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like when you used to go down to play the record in tracks.
Found it. He found it. Slumber Magic War. Slumber Magic War. Okay, yes.
So just reminding me of some like obscure, weird house music record when you go downtown and you see it on the wall and they're playing it in there. But the actual music matches the cover.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the cover? Let's break this album down. Listen, I'm a fan of Matthew Progress. I think he's an amazing rapper. I think he's a dope rapper with a hard R.
Rapper.
We'll get into his project. He just put it out. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Again, it is on iTunes. It's on Spotify. You can also check out the video Sip Test on YouTube. Again, the album's called Slumber Magic War. Thoughts on the cover? Go.
The cover.
I don't want you to describe it.
Let me see.
I don't want you to describe it. I want your thoughts, your feelings on the cover.
The feelings on the cover. I think I might want to be in this cover, to be honest. Like, this cover is cool. It just it looks like he's sinking, but the women are pulling him up.
Yeah,
and he's in this deep slumber. He's drunk. He's hungover.
Stop staring at the phone. That's
I
enough.
Can't. And he's just, I know it's kind of creepy that I'm looking at the picture so deep. Like, I'm looking into his eyes.
You're drowning.
Yeah, but he's drowning. But the women are pulling him back up because he's in this.
So you like
slumber.
the cover?
I think the cover is fucking hilarious.
Okay, you think it's hilarious?
It just looks funny because is that his personality? Is that
we're gonna get there?
Like, is that
we're gonna get there? We're focusing on the cover. Progress. The cover's first. Okay, go. Do you like the cover? Yes,
I love
or no?
it. I love the cover.
I absolutely love the cover as well. Whoever designed that cover, and I think he actually gave them a shout out, so we're gonna look at that as well. But whoever designed the fucking cover did an amazing work. Actually, so here we go. So you can follow the artist who did the cover, Louis Moore Photo. So LuisMoraPhoto. The cover's incredible, right? I love the artwork.
The artwork's
for the album. To be clear, love it.
We said artwork, yes.
Let's talk about the actual EP. The EP's 3 songs. Okay, so the EP is 3 songs deep, and I'm gonna let Divine get in first because I got a lot to say about this. And if anybody knows me from the show, I'm very critical about Matthew Progress's work.
We've been down this road.
Been down this road before.
Yes.
So it's a 3-track EP: Sip Test, Lemon Pepper, and Calm Down. What were your thoughts?
And Sip Test.
Yeah. So Sip Test, Lemon Pepper, and Calm Down. Yeah. So what were your thoughts on the album?
My thoughts on the album.
If you're gonna bitch out and say some,
I'm not. No,
I don't. I just don't say anything.
I don't go that road. Okay, let me start at Sip Test, man, because Sip Test, I think that's the one we heard before.
Yeah,
originally,
yeah.
So Sip Test, I was already exposed to. So I was listening to it on headphones, and I thought to myself, am I in the 90s right now with that hip house shit came out?
Yeah.
That's where he put me into that bag. He put me into this mindset that I was in the 1990s. And I hated hip house music.
Yeah.
Like, with a passion. And this, I think I would have liked this album without his lyrics.
Just the beat.
Does that sound stupid to you?
No, not at all.
Because I love house music, but I can't take anybody seriously when they rap over music like that.
Okay.
And for me, hearing Matthew Progress's shit outside of this EP, he's fucking sick. He's dope.
Right.
But don't rap over this shit. I don't know. I guess his creativity came and got the best of him, and he thought, you know what? I'm going to merge 2 worlds together.
Yeah.
Maybe he grew up liking house music, and he also likes hip hop, and he thought maybe I should just try something and just merge them together and just bring these 2 styles of music together.
Yeah.
it's gonna work for a lot of people. Believe me, there's a lot of people out there that are gonna gravitate towards it and they're gonna like it. Because,
I believe that. I believe there's a market for
there's
this.
an ear for everything. There's a market for it. Like I was listening to it and I'm thinking, I don't like it, but I know there's people out there that are going to like it. So I tried to take the lyrics out and I tried to imagine the music that I'm listening to without the lyrics in it.
So what you said is that song or the album would be better with him not on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if there was somebody singing on that shit, like a little riff here and there, it would have been amazing. Like Lemon Pepper's beat, like the actual music, the production is great.
Yeah.
Sip Test, not so much. Calm Down was cool. Sip Test, I just didn't like that song from the beginning.
Right.
When we first heard it. But the Lemon Pepper's cool. And the Calm Down, the production's great. I think if it had like maybe a girl vocal on it or one of those house music singer dudes on it that sing, it would have been pretty fresh. But I don't know, man. I don't know what possessed him to do an album in this genre and to rap over it, unless he's just trying something completely different against the grain, going from being really militant, doing his,
Freedom
Riders shit, and then his solo shit to this. That's way left from what I'm used to hearing from
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I mean, you do you, but if this is what the whole album, like if this is just an EP and he's gonna put out a whole LP of this, I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you this question that I want to get involved. If this is more or less like like an interlude to of what's to come from Matthew Progress. So this is like, look at me, world, I'm here. This is the Matthew Progress you're getting from now on. The next album is going to be this, but and in some people's opinion, better. But it's gonna be this. Are you buying that album?
No.
Okay. Let me get on this. All right. I want to start off by saying again, repeat myself, huge fan of Progress. I think he's super talented, like an amazing lyricist, and I don't really think anybody could say otherwise. Like you can go back and listen to both Freedom Riders albums, all three of them actually, the EP as well. So you could do that. You could listen to Spark Your Brain, which he absolutely kills. You just YouTube him. YouTube him prior to 2016. Do that. Some of 2016, he has some Freedom Riders. Okay, but that's not the point. Yeah. The point is he has a lot of really good music out there that backs up what I'm saying. He's a dope artist, period. Now, with all that being said, this album, I really don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
Well, a lot of people said that about Andre 3000, right? And I know that might not be a good comparison, but when Andre 3000 started doing that solo shit with Big Boy, his music went really left as well. Like he started doing some singing shit and
but there's nothing wrong. Yeah, but the thing about it is like that Hey Ya song is dope.
It's dope, but would you necessarily bump it in your car when you're driving around? Really?
Yes, I would. I have.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You said you would listen to this album with no lyrics on it.
With no lyrics.
And I understand why you would say that because like people fuck with like house music, just the beat. So I get that.
Like this music resonates with me because.
But no, I don't fuck with house music at all.
Yeah, not everybody.
So
does.
I can't even fuck with the beats alone, mind you. As far as like how like house music is concerned, the production is on point.
Of course.
As far as house music is concerned, I don't like it though. Personally, I think that like I read the interview that Noisy did with them as well, and Progress he says some shit along the lines of, hey, Toronto doesn't necessarily have a sound. Like the sound of Toronto is pretty much everybody trying to sound like they're signed to OVO, which is true. I agree with that.
That's
with that.
Valid
a lot of artists that come out of fucking Toronto sound like they're either signed to OVO or they're trying to get signed to OVO. 100% agree with that.
Of course.
Pro is making a effort. He's being proactive in sounding different. I can do nothing but respect that. However, this is not the sound that I would rather sound like I'm trying to get signed to OVO than this shit.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, like, if I'm just being totally blunt, like, it's a bad album.
It really
is. It's a bad EP.
Like, if this is the start of it, that's gonna put a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm always going to listen to Progress's work, and I'm gonna hope that I get other shit from him, other types of music that I'm used to. And in the same interview he did, he kind of like alluded to potentially, trickling back to what we're used to from Progress.
Okay.
So more or less he was kind of saying this is like one side of me. He's like, this is what I'm doing right now. This is kind of how I'm feeling. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's very possible that next year or whenever he could wake up and feel a totally different way.
But who's buying into this though? Like his fans are gonna respect this. And
there is a marketplace for this.
There is.
You literally just said that.
There is a marketplace for that. But is Progress, and no disrespect because I don't know his fan base, but does he have a big enough fan base for them to go to this and say, hey, this is different from him. I'm gonna download it or I'm gonna pay for this.
Well, that's and that's the thing. But that's the thing, and that goes for like a lot of artists out there. Like you're misleading your fan base.
There you go.
Like I'm a fan of Progress. Like I've been knowing Pro, man. Pro, like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't like a hate thing. Like I love Pro, but like I've been knowing Pro and I've been knowing this type of music he's been making. And I'm not saying you can't grow, but if you take like our personal relationship out of the equation and you just look at it as I'm a fan and I've been following and I've been fucking with him from since he's been spitting the dumb punchline rap to the I'm militant rap, and I'm fucking with that. This is like way left. It's like Progress left the fucking military to join like the YMCA band or some shit.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense to me. So is this fair to is this fair to his fans?
No, because a lot of artists do this. A lot of artists.
So is that fair? So let's take Progress out. Okay, there you go.
It's not. It's definitely not fair because you've been riding on this ship for them for years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he just drops this shit. What the fuck is this?
That's why I'm so vocal about letting people know that this isn't the only Progress. Like I don't want people to hear this and be like, yo, Progress sucks. He doesn't. He's incredible.
He doesn't suck. It's like when Nas put out You Owe Me with Genuine.
Come on.
Like nobody expected him to come out with that song. Jay did that song with Emil and what's that chick's name? That one that fucking 2 grapes on me with them in the blood. The one, it was on the Carter's 1 or 2. I can't remember.
Okay, go ahead.
Emil, the girl with the long hair, she got dropped from the rock.
Emil.
Like when you do shit like that, like you're losing fans. People don't want to hear garbage from you. Like You Owe Me from Nas was one of the worst, and Uchiwali.
Imagine Nas kept doing shit like that.
Or a whole album like this, like that.
Imagine that.
That would have been.
Is that not betrayal to your fucking fans?
It fucking is. I don't care how you slice it. That's betrayal.
So should a Nas fan look at? So if Nas did like a whole album like Uchiwali and You Owe Me, not a whole album, that might be stretching it, but let's just say like 80% of the album is like that.
Yeah,
let's be realistic. Rappers do that shit, by the way.
Oh, they fucking do.
So if Nas did that, would you? And he kept doing it. Mm-hmm. He kept doing it because maybe he was selling. The numbers improved.
Was, but that's the thing. No. He was selling.
Okay, so let's just say he kept doing it because the numbers made sense. How would you feel as a Nas fan?
I would feel like J. Cole.
Remember? Yes.
Instead of I let Nas down, you let Mike down.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just me, but you know what I mean. And at that point when he changed his whole style, like how Progress went so off tilter on this album. Yeah. He lost a lot of people's, like, he lost a lot of fans. A lot of people were, well, Jay ripped into him. A lot of people said, fuck this. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with Nas. Like, that shit, that Trackmaster shit is whack.
It's horrible.
You know what I mean? But LL Cool J did it too. Like, Something Like a Phenomenon. All that shit. So there's a lot of rap artists that went and did that weird bubblegum stuff to just make a dollar. See, but okay, now to bounce off that, I'm not saying Progress is doing this because this is a profitable lane. He could be 100% doing this because he's grown, and as an artist, you're allowed to grow. Of course, he's grown, and this is just his twist. I'm not saying he's trying to make a quick buck. Not saying that at all. All I'm trying to say is I just feel let down. If I'm being totally honest with you, I am waiting. I know this is just an EP, so I'm still technically waiting for a full, solid Progress album. I'm a Progress fan. Let's be clear about that. I will go to any streaming site and stream his album
If he puts out a website and the album's exclusive to his site, if he's doing a hand-to-hand, I will purchase that. I'm a Progress. I'm waiting on that, to be clear. I'm waiting on that. But I'm waiting on that because I have a certain level of expectation based on previous work.
I feel you. So you want something you can bump.
Of course.
You want something you can say, holy shit, this was a good
shouldn't I? But that would be his first. Yes. You're not hearing me. That would be his first solo full-length album. As a person who's been a fan of said artist Progress, shouldn't I be rooting for that? Shouldn't I?
Of course.
Shouldn't I be waiting in anticipation for that?
Yes.
Shouldn't I be happy with the album he puts out?
Of course.
If I've been cheerleading him?
And then it comes out with this?
No, this is an EP. But what I'm trying to say is if the album comes out and it's this, do I not have the right to be let down?
Of course. Are you going to support that? A full-length album, imagine a 13 track album
13,
comes
14,
out,
yeah,
and you listen to it, and only 2 songs are produced by like Sprox, for example.
Yeah.
And that's it? And those are the only songs that resonate with you and that make you go, oh, shit.
Now,
and the rest makes you want to put on some tights and a glittery shirt.
You make a very good point, and I want to be clear about something. Progress is not going to get rich and be successful in music making an album just for me.
Of course not.
I can only buy one album. You know what I mean? You can't pay your rent or even a fucking phone bill off one sale.
Right.
So if it has to do with money and, excuse me, let me rephrase it. If it has to do with growing as an artist and experimenting and things of that nature, and then also just getting in front of, getting in front of a wave that could potentially pop. The shit that he's doing right now is super different. It hasn't been done before.
Nope.
So he could just be on the forefront of that wave. So to be clear, this could potentially work for him and he could fucking pop, which is fine. Even if he pops, I'll still shit on it.
Yeah.
But the point is why the fuck is he just going to be like, well, Chris doesn't like it, so I'm going to do a whole album with Sprox. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, as a fan, as somebody who has been listening to his music, somebody who has watched him tear down microphones, this just wasn't it for me, man. Now, and again, it's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm not a genius by any stretch. If you look up the word genius, you probably will. Well, you may find someone that looks like me. Niggas is geniuses, but you certainly won't find me. I'm not a genius at all. This is my opinion. Don't let me deter you from purchasing the album. If you've been following his music, you may like the new shit he's doing. Maybe. It may be just for you. My wife loves it, by the way. She's a huge fucking fan. She loves it. So, don't let me or Divine deter you from purchasing the album and streaming it and sharing it. Go do that shit. Formulate your own opinion. Don't be a fucking sheep.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So
don't follow our lead. I'm just going by what my ears told me.
Exactly. Again, the album is called Slumber Magic War. Slumber Magic War. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. And you guys can go ahead and check out the video for Sip Test on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check that out, man. And don't forget to follow him on his Instagram as well, Matthew Progress. I want to kind of close that off by, again, just reiterating the fact that I think the album is shit.
I didn't like it.
I just don't want people to think that, like, I'm swaying or anything. I'm just not a fan of the album. I think it's garbage. All right. And
are you gonna rate the album, or are you not gonna rate the album?
No, I won't. I think my critique of the album is pretty self-explanatory. There's no point of putting a number value to it.
I'll put a number of value on it just because musically, I thought the production was nice. So I'm gonna give it because of the musicality of it. I'm gonna give it a 5. Okay. Because I'm thinking about it without the lyrics. Because I didn't like the vocals on it, but I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 for musicality and the production.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Together. Yeah. The production, as far for what it is, incredible. Right. Good and production.
Sorry to cut you, but whoever mastered it,
yeah,
it sounds very clean.
Yes, and whoever did that engineer work, you're right.
It sounds like it sounds like it could be in a record store. Like, it sounds very clean.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
The production is lit for what it is.
It is.
Whoever did that mix and mastering, the engineer work, incredible job. The artwork, incredible. The fucking packaging is proper.
It is.
Proper things, bro.
Yeah,
and if that's your twist, you're gonna be very, very, very satisfied with the album. 100%. But for me, that's like mom wrapped up a big ass box with a big bow. I wake up on Christmas morning and I open that shit and it's socks. I got socks. You understand what I'm saying? Not a fan. But again, my opinion, you guys make sure you go check that out, man. Divine, I want to take a little break. I want to do the weekly Ratchet Report. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Weekly Ratchet Report, niggas.
Brooklyn.